Our next guest is a true rock and roll legend, a guitarist, songwriter, actor, and activist whose career has shaped music and pop culture for decades.
You know him as a member of the iconic E Street Band alongside the one, the only, Bruce Springsteen, and from his unforgettable role as Silvio Dante on The Sopranos. Now he's dedicated himself to empowering the next generation, bringing music education to the classrooms, using the power of rock culture to inspire students and teachers alike with TeachRock. Please welcome the one, the only, Stevie Van Zandt. Look at you.
How are we doing?
Welcome to the show.
Good to see you.
How are you?
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Come on in, take a seat. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, so much going on, so much buzz right now. Before we get to your foundation, tell us, have you seen the new Bruce Springsteen movie? What did you think?
I have. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a masterful work of art, and I mean that. And it's a little bit surprising because it's not what people are expecting. I don't think it's not about the band. It's not about all our success. It's about this one little period in his life that's quite serious and quite emotional, and it's just wonderfully done. I mean, the acting is amazing, and the whole thing. Scott Cooper, the director, did a wonderful job, and Johnny Cannizzaro playing me.
Yes.
I wanted somebody that was definitely better looking than I am,
and
so that was my only request.
Was it weird watching yourself or someone portray you? I always think that's such a difficult role because you're alive. You're here to actually watch it and see it in real time.
Yeah, well, it's the second one of my personas where that happened because somebody played Silvio in the David Chase movie also.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. In this case, I mean, the band's not in the movie much. People should know that. It's not about that. It's about something else entirely. So, he's in for just a brief amount of time, but he's great when he's on screen.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, transitioning over, you have touched so many lives through your music, but are you really touching lives through your TeachRock program?
Yeah, we're teaching history through music, and it's been very, very successful. We have over 1,000 teachers just here in New York. It's over 25,000 students. We're part of the New York program. We collaborate on curriculum. And, the idea is to try and keep the arts in the DNA of the public education system, because a lot of arts classes have been cut, and it's very serious.
It's the first thing that goes.
Yeah, so our whole thing is free, teachrock.org. Go there, and the teachers get all the songs and all the videos for free. It's all licensed worldwide,
That's wonderful.
And it really helps them, especially our new Harmony program. We worked for 10 years on the content to make sure it's interesting for kids because they need a reason to be in class now, They can get any answer they want on their device in 30 seconds, so they're like, why am I here, So you got to give them a reason, and you got to give them something they can use now. This generation is all about right now.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do. We use the common ground of music. They're all into music, thankfully.
Yes.
They may not be buying it anymore, but they're into it.
They're listening.
It works, and so we have the whole content. It's very, very, very well integrated right into the state standards. So it's not like an after-school class.
Right.
It's a regular thing, and our new Harmony program has been very successful, which is a whole new thing. We realized. Some of these students have to be prepared to be educated now. There's a lot going on with the social media, which is ironically named social media because there's an epidemic of isolation and alienation and suicide increasing. So we decided we need to do something to prepare kids to be educated, which is our Harmony program. It sounds simple. We sit in a circle, the Native American circle, before classes start, in homeroom. Put the devices away. And just talk to the person next to you. What's going on at home?
Yeah.
What's your favorite music? Whatever. What's your favorite sports team? Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And the teachers are saying it's an overwhelming response of how it's changing kids' attitudes because maybe you're a little bit shy, or maybe you're an immigrant or from out of state. Now you're going into class with 2 new friends, and it changes everything. Wow. So we have students have come up to me saying, "I hate school, but I love your class." Teachers who are going to retire are not going to retire now because of this. parents were taking kids out of school, and now they're not taking kids out of school because of our curriculum.
Amazing work. And
yeah.
you just had a benefit concert, right, at Asbury Park. How was that?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We're right there in the Asbury Park school system, you know, with our Harmony program. And it's always fun going back to the Stone Pony, you know. And it was very successful. We had fun, Gary Barnes and Darlene Love, and, you know, so it was fun, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What advice would you have to someone who wants to become a professional musician?
Learn how to swing a bat.
It's much easier, isn't it? It's much easier.
These days, you know, I mean, that world is still very, very healthy, right? The sports world. The arts are in a bit of trouble, I must say. Music, TV, movies, all the entertainment we grew up with, it's all cutting way back. It's you know, producing a third of what it used to just 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little bit scary in my old world. You know, all of my worlds really. So all you can say is, you know, art is its own reward. It really is.
Right.
You know, learn a craft. I don't care what the craft is. You know, work on your craft. Put that device away for at least an hour or two a day. Work on a craft. And in the end, don't worry about what you're going to do with it. You know, you know, if you're really, really good at something, the world will open up for you. You know.
I love
Yeah,
that.
social media at least works for that, right? They can then have their own concerts at home.
True, true. Yeah, it is good for information that
Right.
way. You know, as long as you're looking for information. But there's no substitute for learning a craft. I don't care
doubt.
what it is.
No
you know.
doubt.
It's so fulfilling, even if you aren't doing it professionally. It just helps
That's
to
right.
fill the soul.
Exactly, and nobody can take that away from you. You
Yeah.
know. And in the end, you'll find a way to make a living. You know, don't worry about that right now. Worry about the craft. You know, and don't be in a hurry, because the whole world's in a hurry now.
Yes.
You know, and greatness is not born. Greatness is developed. It takes time. That's why we spend our time teaching kids how to think more than what to think.
Thank
You know?
you so
Outstanding.
much.
Connect the dots. You know.
Yeah.
Get them thinking, because things are going to change all the time, right? You know, you got to be ready for
Appreciate
whatever's
that.
coming at you.
Great words.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Stevie. And for more information on getting TeachRock in your school or how you can help, go to teachrock.org.